Welcome to the November 15th, 2019 video version of the Wagner Daily. My name is Rick Petticelli, and this video replaces the written commentary portion of our nightly report. Hopefully this video can serve as a nice change of pace from the usual report and offer some insight as to how we look at charts, what indicators we use, what time frames, etc. Alright, so let's get to the charts. First up is the S&P 500. As you can see, the price action is trending higher above a rising 10-day moving average. As long as this index stays above the 10-day MA on a closing basis, and there can even be a close below, and it'd still be fine, we'd probably look for two consecutive closes below the 10-day MA. As long as it stays above the 10-day MA, we have to assume that the trend is still strong. Same goes for the NASDAQ composite. Now, if the price action does break down below Thursday's low, we would look for some sort of sharp sell-off intraday, maybe scare off some longs. Market conditions are solid right now, so we would expect any pullback to be short-lived, and especially since the NASDAQ's already pulled back. It's 2 days off the highs here with two lower highs. We would probably look for some sort of maybe a sharp sell-off and then an immediate reversal back up. But that's just a guide. We don't try to predict the price action here, and anything can happen in the market. We have the IWP, the iShares Russell Midcap ETF, showing some signs of strength finally. As you can see here, this gray line is its relative strength versus the S&P, and it's lagged. And it's in a downtrend, and it's just turned up recently. So that's a positive sign. That means growth stocks are starting to move higher. This hasn't been a typical rally for us in that we prefer to trade growth stocks, and most growth stocks have lagged during this recent move. No use in spending too much time on what the averages are doing. Let's cover open positions in the model portfolio. We'll sort by percent change today. We have Tesla, which we entered back around here over the high of 1114. We took partial, half the position off on a 10% gain on 1113, and we're going to hold on to the rest as long as it holds this uptrend line or the 10-day MA. So we'll look to hold as long as that 10-day MA holds. Unless we're able to sell into strength, if there's some sort of 10% move over 2 to 3 days or something like that, something we can sell into strength near the prior high. So here are the prior highs around 380. So in that 375, 380 area, we'll look to sell into strength. And Garmin, we're long from 11.8 over the high of the 11.7 bar here. This was a move up on a pickup in volume. The breakout, there wasn't much follow through, but the price action didn't exactly reverse lower. It's been pretty strong overall, holding up near the highs of the range. So we'll look for some follow through over the next few weeks. Nothing to do here right now, though. Just hold the position. PLAB, we're looking for the 20-day EMA and this low to hold up here. We're currently up about 5% from our entry on 1022, which is right around here. SMBR failed to break out to new highs and took out our ad, but we had 3 entries. We had one entry here around 48, a second at 49, and then the third above range high. Our last entry, though, stopped out during this shakeout beneath range lows, so we still have 2/3 of the position on, waiting for the price action to get back above 49.40. As you can see here, the volume's really dried up. So to me, when there's a dry up in volume, that indicates that there's a move coming in one direction or the other. We could say that since the stock's in an uptrend with the rising 20-day EMA, odds may be in favor of a move to the upside. Next up is CRSP, which we entered at 52.38 on 1112. So right here around the open. Nice volume. Tight price action the next few days. It's looking pretty darn good, especially since market conditions haven't been ideal the past few days, but it's managed to close almost higher 3 days in a row. And TQQ, the 3 times leverage QQQ, we purchased after a 2-bar pullback here over the high of 1030. We're going to continue to hold TQQQ until it breaks the 10-day MA for 2 consecutive sessions. Then we'll probably raise our stops and look to lock in whatever gains we have. SMH, we're also long from a 2-bar pullback on 11.1 with about a 4% gain right now. And last up is TPX, which broke out to new highs here. I believe all-time new highs. Looking at the weekly chart over here, that's all-time new highs. Big volume. Had some heavy volume here on the pullback, but did put in a decent reversal on 11.6, undercutting the gap up low and the 10-day MA on a pickup in volume. We purchased stock the next day, and it's failed to follow through so far. Volume's dried up though over the past 5 sessions. Price action is pretty darn tight. Again, this is another one of those low volatility, low volume situations where there's going to be a move to one direction or the other. And let's go over a few stocks we're looking at for Friday's session. GDS had a powerful reversal, opened lower, undercut 5 bars worth of lows, and then reversed higher and closed above range highs on a pickup in volume. We're looking to purchase GDS tomorrow. Trade details will be in our nightly report. VCTR also recently broke out. So here's the break of the downtrend line, which we often won't buy the downtrend line break, but here's resistance at 1750. Here's the price action getting above resistance. Here's the price action testing that resistance at 1750, pulling back in and then pushing higher again on a pickup in volume. We like VCTR a lot, mostly because of the strong volume pattern here. We have a lot of accumulation in the stock, especially here over the past 2 weeks. We're keeping an eye on DDOG. Pretty strong stock. Doesn't look like, though it is up about 38% over the past 4 to 5 days. We're not necessarily looking to buy the breakout above range highs here. We'd like to see the price action chop around for a while and let some moving averages catch up. CSGS is looking pretty good as it cleared the downtrend line and then cleared a few days worth of reversal candles here. Today on a pickup in volume. That could potentially be in play tomorrow with an entry on the open with a stop beneath the 20-day EMA and the lows of this gap up day. SPSC, strong gap up. Basically a breakaway gap up through the 50 and 200-day EMAs, followed by tight range price action. If it can get through this 55 area on a pickup in volume, could be in play. And what I mean by in play is simply that it's something that is buyable. It's actionable. It's something that's moving. There's some volume. There was some volume on it prior to today's session that should have a pickup in volume. There should have been volume within the past 2 weeks. And the last stock for tonight's video is SONO, which has formed a cup with handle pattern here. Nice pickup in volume to move up. Volume's dried up with the price action sloping downwards. If it can get through this 15.25 area on a pickup in volume, that would be a buy signal. And on the weekly chart, we can see the break of the downtrend line. And we have the 10-day MA goes from being below the 30 and the 40. And it's crossed over and is back back above both the 30 and the 40. And you'll notice that all 3 moving averages are now trending higher. So it's a nice trend reversal in SONO. Well, that's a wrap for tonight's video. If you'd like to learn more about our style of trading, you can head on over to our blog at morpheustrading.com/blog, where we have over 10 years worth of articles posted to our blog regarding entries, exits, how to identify breakouts, how to set up watch lists, how to scan in TC2000. And if you have any questions regarding this video or any analysis in the video, shoot me an email at rick@morpheustrading.com. Thank you for joining me, and we'll talk to you next week.